Hi, I'm Sharleen Spiteri from Texas, and this is our new single, Let's Work It Out, on France 24.
Nearly 40 million records sold, 9 albums, and music videos featuring the likes of footballer Thierry Henry and the late British actor Alan Rickman. After almost 30 years, Texas have scored the #1 spot in France with their latest album, Jump on Board. Sharleen, hello.
Hello.
When your new album, Jump on Board, came out, it went straight to #1 here in France. You've always been massive here. How do you explain it?
I don't know, but I've got to say that it feels pretty darn good after almost 30 years. It's always gone to 2. 2's been our number, and it feels great after this amount of time to suddenly have a 1. So there was a lot of jumping around the other day. We were in the middle of a restaurant, we get told, and it was a moment of a little round. We did a little round the table. Everyone for giving Texas a #1 album. Merci beaucoup.
You seem to have quite a lot of love for France too, though. Like the French actor Jean Reno was in one of your videos. You were on the French X Factor. Mm-hmm. Tell us about this love story with France.
It just is. I don't know why. It's like, why do you ever fall in love with the person you fall in love with? It's the exact same story. Since the beginning, we played our first ever gig outside the UK in, it would have been '89, and we played a New Morning Club in Paris. And the French public just took us as a band to their heart there and then, and we've kind of never looked back.
It's a big year for you, as well as releasing your 9th studio album.
Yeah.
You've got engaged. And you're turning 50.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Pretty darn good. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, my mind is still 16 in my mind. But yeah, I'm going to be 50, and I'm getting married for the first time. And I've got #1 album. I'm a bit like, doesn't really get much better than that. So far it's been a pretty good year.
It certainly has. The new single is called Let's Work It Out.
Yeah.
Is the working out confined to music, or is it part of a bigger message in this kind of post-Brexit, post-Trump era?
I would say that definitely what's going on in the outside world had a lot to do with the making of this record and what we were writing about. And, you'd have to be, blind and deaf not to see what's going on in the world right now, to look around and think, really? Because I really feel that that's what people are looking at. I think we're all questioning and kind of like scratching our heads going, why is it gone this far? Why are we at this stage? And we wanted to create an album that was very upbeat and uplifting and freeing in a sense that you're able to escape, even if it's for like 3 minutes, just to shut off the real world. That's what we wanted in our own lives, and that was the record that we made. And it seems to be that people are feeling that very uplifting sound to this record.
So let's talk about the video.
Yes. Thought you might.
With the footballer Thierry Henry driving you around in a sports car.
Yeah.
What's that all about? How did this happen?
Yeah, well, if you're going to make a video, you may as well do it in style. He's a really old friend of mine. We've been friends since Thierry first came to Arsenal, and we met really early on, and we realised that we lived in one street behind each other, and we became friends. We've kind of grown up together and had children and everything, and we've remained friends through all these years. And I was just in his house, we were having lunch, and he said to me, "Have you finished the record?" And I was like, "Do you you want to hear it? Played him the single, and he's like, oh, I love it, it's got that, I love that Soul Train thing going on. And I asked him if he would be in the video. First of all, saying you can say no, which, you know, you hate asking friends, but yeah, he's great, and we had a lot of fun making the video as well.
Another of your co-stars in previous videos was Alan Rickman.
Yes.
You danced the tango with him.
I did indeed.
Tell me what it was like working with him.
Alan was someone that when I was asked to do the video and I was asked to dance the tango, I was basically saying, well, we need to find someone that you would really believe would dance the tango. And it was one of those really funny things where we were sitting racking our brains and talking about who we could get in it. And I was like, nah, he would never dance the tango. And Michael Kamen came into the studio, we were in Abbey Road, and he walked in and he says, I was just on the phone to my great friend Alan Rickman. He loves Texas. And every one of us looked at each other and went, Alan Rickman would dance the tango. And he said, yeah, and we remained friends ever after. So he was just about to start. I remember sitting in the trailer when we were about to shoot the video. And I said, what are you up to at the moment? And he says, I'm about to go and do this movie. Have you ever heard of these Harry Potter books? And it was really funny because I had young nephews and I was like, yeah. I was like, I love Harry Potter. And he was going off to play the part of Snape. So yeah, that was just when we were shooting the In Demand video.
Your breakthrough song was I Don't Want a Lover.
Yep.
It was a while ago now, in 1989.
It certainly is.
Texas have been together for nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
Have your preoccupations changed since writing that song? That was the very first song you wrote.
Do you know what? As a 50-year-old, almost a 50-year-old woman, I still don't want a lover. I still want everything, because that was what the song meant. The song was like, I don't just want a lover. I want the friend who becomes a lover, who gives me everything, who's everything to me. And that was what I was saying. And still to this day, that's absolutely what I stand by. And I do laugh sometimes, think, where was my brain? You know, because I was just turned 18 years old when we wrote that song.
I don't want a lover, I just need a friend. I've had time to recover, now that I know it wasn't love.
What would your 18-year-old self think if she could see you now? I mean, you were a hairdresser before that, weren't you?
Because I still think I'm a hairdresser. In my brain, I'm still new to this. That's the way I feel. I still feel excited by it, thrilled by it, bamboozled by it sometimes. The one difference is that as you go older and you know, you're not as taken aback by things, you can slow it all down and you can look at it, you can really enjoy it. Now as well, I would say that I've never written more personal, you know, to the point lyrics than I've ever written before, and songs like For Everything or something like that, saying, for now that I am old, I have a peaceful mind. You know, I really do feel that you've got to show all the flaws, and I think you can show that when you're older. I think when you're young, there's a barrier, and there's like a sort of safety between you and what people know about you. But I think as you're old, you're a bit like, no, this is it. This is it. Take it or leave it.
I think that's what lots of people have always liked about you. You're straight talking, and you never seem to succumb to the pressures of how you should look from the industry.
Because I was never cute. I was never pretty. You know, I was like geeky. You know, I really was. I was like the geeky kid at school that no one ever fancied. You know, they were like, the guys at school with me were like, oh, Char's great, she's a friend and everything. They never ever wanted me to be their girlfriend. So I guess when you grow up like that and I guess you maybe view yourself in the same way, because it was never about me. And plus I was a real bit of a tomboy. So it was always about my ability rather than my physicality. And maybe mentally that made me strong. Because, you know, definitely when you go into the music industry, you have to be pretty damn tough.
You have got into a bit of trouble
Oh God, how about that? What's she going to say?
for your straight talking, or maybe not trouble.
What did I do?
I've read of run-ins with the likes of Paris Hilton and Liz Hurley. Tell us about that.
That was necessary. That was just necessity on the night. No, I was at a party in London, and a party I didn't even want to go to, but all my friends were like, "Oh, come on!" I'd been away. I was on my way back from France, and I said, "Okay, look, I'll come for a bit." We went to this party, and to be honest, it was literally like it was like Celebrity Central. It was like it was a Vanity Fair party, and I was driving, so I wasn't even drinking or anything. I was like sitting there. And suddenly all this commotion started, and Paris Hilton turns up, and there was a chair like that, and all my friends' coats, jackets and bags and stuff were on it. And Paris Hilton arrives with all these security guards and gets on top of the chair, and she's dancing with these giant high heels, and they're literally going through my friends' jackets, and they're like going. So I just was watching. I went, "Watch this, I'll move her," and I put my straw in and I went like this. All over her. She was like, "Oh my God," and I was like, there wasn't a fight or anything like that. I'm not some kind of Scottish hooligan, you know. But she got her security and she got right in my face, and she was like, so I decided to just come a little bit closer and whisper gently in her ear that if she didn't get out of my face, that the shit was going to hit the fan. So that's kind of how it went. And it was all fine.
And what's next? The tour?
The tour, big tour. Start off, we've got the Obama gig on the 26th of May in Scotland, which we've been asked to do, which we're really excited about. My she's 14 years old, she's almost 15, and she's got excited a couple of times about certain things, but this literally blew her mind. When I said, "You'll never guess who we've been asked to play for," she was like, Mum. She just kept going, "Mum." She went, "Listen, Mum, you know that Obama's my bae." And I was going, "What? What does this mean?" And apparently this means he's like your man. Oh. Apparently. She's like, "Can I come? Can I come? Can I come? Are you going to meet him?" I said, "Well, I hope we're going to meet him. We'll see." And she says, "Is Michelle going to be there?" And it was so amazing just to see, you know, like a young kid be aware of what they've done, how they've changed perceptions, and I think that's something that I felt very proud of, that she wanted to meet them.
Well, good luck, Sharleen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.